Hello Steem, this is my second entry for a ticket giveaway for Steam Fest 3 from Open Mic. So a very specific question has been asked that not only we as individuals but the communities we are engaged in should answer, and it is: how do you contribute? Why should you even, be allowed to go there if you cannot afford it for yourself? So here's my answer. I am always very keen on engaging in communities. I am the very loyal type, I'd say. I do not just, commit in quadrillion communities and just, write few sentences here and there and be done with it. That's not my style. So I'm going to tackle precisely the communities I engage in on Steam, the ones that I engage in a lot, the ones that I engage in partly, or that I am willing to engage in the future when I'll have more time, basically. So the most heavily engaged in community on Steam is definitely Sandbox. I've been part of Sandbox for more than a year now. I have basically been a part of Generation Zero. That's how our founders called it. And ever since I have been promoted to steward, I have basically been guiding the new cohort, the new batch of how many, 50 something people that have their journey through Sandbox for the next few months still. We guide them on-chain and off-chain. Basically, Sandbox adopted this utopian IO style where they try to reward the stewards, the people that guide those that somehow contribute in a different way, basically with texts that are connected to the cause that wants to be promoted. So we guide them on-chain regarding this stuff, but whenever they want to create a project, want to get to know how other people run similar stuff, want to find new people that would help them, make something work, we are there for them. That's what I have been doing. That's what have been eating quite a lot of my time lately. Basically the past 3 months or so. So the guidance is this one steward's part of duty, but we also have this other part, because as steward we're responsible for the growth of the Sandbox, because Kirk and Voronoi are awesome guys, but they cannot do it alone basically, and the more we grow, the less capable of doing it alone they will be. So that's where we step in with our initiatives that aim to help this whole I don't know how to pronounce that, never mind, this whole thing work. So what have we lately? We have started our Stewards podcasts. The first one that was on me was with a fucked voice. We all sounded like robots, but it was my mistake, never mind. We just wanted to spread the message, and I think that we succeeded at that. We definitely have a lot to learn here. We need to sit together from time to time, speak about what was good, what was not, what should we speak about, how exactly do we want to tackle this growth of the incubator and the blockchain ecosystem itself exactly. That will be tough, and I think that this will be our main duty for the upcoming years as Sandbox stewards. The more cohorts that go through the whole system, the more stewards, and I think that the older stewards will be more responsible for the growth itself, and the new stewards will be responsible for the guidance of the new cohort. So maybe it's not exactly how it will be, but that's my perception that I want to share with guys, and that basically gets me to another point that I wanted to say. Why should I be on Steamfest? Because there is no other place where I can meet those people face to face and discuss our aims, our goals, discuss our visions, discuss the stuff that is the core of success for the whole incubator. And I think that Sandbox has done a great job for Steem. It has created a Steem Park, basically a communal place that has been built only from cryptocurrencies. It is supporting the growth of really good writers, really good creatives, really good artists. They're onboarding new people and guiding them how to succeed on Steem, which is what Steem doesn't do very well so far. And that's why I think that if we were unable to have as many Sandbox members at that one place at that one time, we could come up with great stuff. And I think that's what we intend to do. So this is Sandbox. The other community I'm heavily engaged in is Oracle D. Oracle D is my go-to writing community, basically, because as I moved from the regular cohort from Sandbox, where I only concentrated on writing itself, I started the steward's duties are not too much about writing itself, but I still want to write, so I found Oracle D. Oracle D is this community that tries to basically grab external parties that would heavily invest into Steem, and the people that are in the basically top-notch writing group of writers, for lack of better words. Yeah, I got lost. What I wanted to say is that we basically formed a top-notch writing community that tries to critically evaluate the investors, that if they want to receive this service, they need to invest into Steem, which immensely helps the growth of the Steem, and it also helps to show how Steem can unlock those new dimensions of usability, which is still Steem is still very young, and this is something that should not be avoided. We shouldn't be like, hey, Steem is for this, this, and this, and that's it. We should try to uncover those new methods, and that's what Oracle D is for. We're going to have a meeting tomorrow that I want to attend, so yeah, stay tuned, check them out. It's a really awesome group with really good founders. And then the less committed engagements I have on Steem is Steem UA, which is a system that tries to replace the broken reputation system we currently have on the platform, which is, in time, it will be truly needed. Now it is not so much, but for obvious reasons we do not have such exposure to the non-blockchain environment, non-blockchain viewers, non-blockchain audition. But when that happens, if the people realize that the reputation is only how much have you earned, it doesn't really say much about reputation, right? I mean, everyone has to feel this, and Steem UA has different approach. I don't want to speak about it now. Go and check it out. It's awesome. What I want to say is that even though I haven't contributed that much, I usually just critically evaluate stuff, and I didn't really have time for that yet, but I totally intend to do it. But what I wanted to say is that I had this super open discussion with Scipio, if I pronounce it correctly, the co-founder of Steem UA, and I just was able to grasp his intentions, what he intends to create for the Steem blockchain, and I want to contribute with more than just my delegation and with just this discussion and with just some, suggested tweaks. I definitely will work on some longer articles that will deeply tackle the problems that I see there that could be worked upon, and definitely consulted with CPO again, because hey man, I enjoyed that conversation. And lastly, I am all for supporting science, and Steem STEM is one of the only communities that currently do such a stuff. As I said, I didn't have much time due to the responsibilities I had in real life and in the communities I have already mentioned. So it's not like I have been too active there. I have just basically received my first upvote from them, but I definitely, when I'll have time, since I want to engage in an academic career at least for some time in future, Steem STEM is something that I want to ponder with, that I want to investigate and see if I can contribute to that community too in some way. But that is basically speaking of future. So that's it, I guess. This is what I do on Steem. I have said everything I basically am up to now with the previous video. Go and check it out if you didn't see it yet. And I think that the only thing I can say is that if I'll be on Steamfest, I am definitely going to seek those guys that I just mentioned, the Sandbox bros, the ReckleD bros, and the Steem UA bros. That's what I want to do. I think that my critical evaluation is what I do best, and doing it face to face is completely different level than doing it in a written format, because that takes quite a long time before people connect to the same vibration, so they basically see the same aim and try to discuss the way to it. That's what face-to-face contact is, and that's what I want to do there. So if you want me there, then help me. See you later, guys.